Amor Fati, or accepting our fate, Amor Fati, however you choose to pronounce it. One of the things that I find most challenging about this relates back to two of my favorite movies of all time. I think it was 1991, Terminator 2 came out, and there was a comment in there, I think Sarah Connor saying to John, the future is not set yet. And the second one was in The Matrix in 1999. I think Morpheus is talking to Neo, and Neo says he doesn't want to think that his life is already predetermined and he wants to have a degree of control. And I really like that. That's the way I lived a lot of my life previously, was I'm going to take control and get things done and make things happen. And so I did, and I always worked hard. I always tried to do the things that would bring the results. But then there was often that chasm of disappointment around doing the hard work but not getting the result. And this is very pertinent at the moment, chatting with my daughter about training for sports, that, you know, there's so many people in the squad and only this many people can make the team. And mostly it's determined by how hard you train. But it's a really tough lesson to explain that sometimes you can train your guts out, but someone else is bigger, faster, genetically predispositioned, had better sleep. On that day, they record the time or lift the weight or have the performance that eclipses everyone else. And as I've gotten older, what I've learnt is that the whole accepting fate is actually the separation of doing the right actions to get the result, but understanding that sometimes no matter what you do, the results won't fall your way. And that's a really tough lesson in life. But it's also a really great Stoic lesson and Bhagavad Gita lesson that shouldn't stop us continuing to do the right things. So that is definitely one of the tougher lessons in life to accept. And I think for me, in the pandemic, it was having a great business that was cruising along, that, you know, life was set up beautifully by the rules of the day. And then the rules of the world changed literally overnight, and we found ourselves outside of our own control and outside of what felt reasonable. We lost a lot. You know, lots of people lost business, some people lost health, some people took their lives. And I get asked a little bit, and I must emphasize, you know, look, I lost a business and we lost, you know, a ton of wealth, I guess, and a lot of hard effort, but I didn't emerge physically scathed. I still have my health, all of my family is okay, so it wasn't a really big problem. But actually the decision I made came from the advice of a friend called Paul Taylor, who said, you know, the way we remember this experience in life is entirely up to us. And it starts while we're in the middle of the experience, and that is, no matter what happens, I'm going to make sure that the experience I have makes me a better person. And that became a bit of my mantra, or my mantra for that time was, I can't control what happens, I can control how I react, and how I react is going to be something that makes me stronger.